How about now? Alrighty. Just getting everything set up here. Check everything on YouTube here. Oh, now I don't see myself. But now I see myself. I hear myself. Awesome. Cool. Well, welcome everybody. This is the second day that we've done our live broadcast here. Trying it again after we did it a few weeks ago. But we have a good matchup here in National Pastime 3 baseball. It's between Nolan Ryan going for the Mets against CLAUDE Osteen. It's part of our 1970 season replay using National Pastime 3. Welcome, Sports Time Machine, to the broadcast. Thank you for joining me on this Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everyone. All right, so here we go. So, all right, so let me take a look at the standings here. It says game from April 25th of 1970. And let's go with the standings here. The Mets are currently struggling after winning the World Series last year. They're just 3-11 on the season. And the Dodgers, meanwhile, are 9-5. So the Dodgers doing much better. They've won 5 straight. Mets have lost 4 in a row. So hopefully Nolan Ryan can get the Mets back on track there. So we'll go back to the game here. All righty. So here we go. So I'll take a look at the chat every once in a while. I'm still getting used to looking at the chat. But anyway, let's get this game underway here. So I'm going to go with I'm going to roll our own die here. Actually, yeah, we'll roll our own die. Why not? Everything's set up here. All right, so used to being on camera there. Mr. Brody is not available right now, but he'll come in maybe later. Anyway, alrighty. So CLAUDE Osteen on the hill here. He's got a record of 1-2 on the season so far with a 2.53 earned run average. He's pitched 21 innings, struck out 12 batters, only walked 2, and hitters are only hitting 244 against them. So the New York Mets lineup against Osteen is going to be Tommy Agee will lead it off and play center, followed by Bud Harrelson, the shortstop. Joe Foy, the ex-Red Sox, will bat third and play third. Batting cleanup is going to be Cleon Jones. Yeah, Cleon Jones, the left fielder. Don Clendenin, the first baseman, will hit fifth, followed by Ron Swoboda, batting sixth. Al Weiss, the second baseman, will hit seventh. Behind the plate is going to be Duffy Dyer. And on the hill, Nolan Ryan. So Nolan Ryan is on the hill. And we'll take a look at his stats when he comes up. So Tommy Agee comes in with a hitting 254 on the season, 65 plate appearances with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Osteen looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Actually, let me get this out of the way from the camera. All right. So I have to do this right even though I'm a lefty. All right, so we get a 5-1. And then it's going to be a fly out. So 1 down. Next up will be Bud Harrelson. He comes hitting just 245 with 3 runs batted in. Pitch by Osteen. And that's going to be a... Get used to everything here. Oh, blocking it with the card here. So that's a ground out to short for out number 2. Next up will be Joe Foy. He's hitting even 300 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. And that will be a fly out to the left, where Buckner will make the catch. Bill Buckner getting a start today for the Dodgers. Makes the catch, and 1, 2, 3 go the Mets in the first. So Nolan Ryan on the hill. Let's take a look at his stats here. Actually, you can't see this, unfortunately, the pop-up window. But Nolan Ryan has made 1 start against the Phillies. He's 0-1. He pitched 5 innings, let up 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Struck out just 4, but walked 7 in traditional Nolan Ryan fashion, and got the loss. So you can see his stats up there. So the lineup for the Dodgers is going to be Maury Wills will lead it off and play short, followed by Ted Sizemore, the second baseman. Willie Davis will bat third and play center, followed by Willie Crawford, the right fielder. Wes Parker is your first baseman batting fifth, and Billy Buckner normally was batting first or second, but since he's been struggling, he moved down in the lineup. So he'll play left and bat sixth. Sixth, yeah. Behind the plate is going to be Tom Haller, batting eighth. See if I get this right. Billy Grabakowitz. And finally on the hill, batting ninth, is going to be Claude Osteen. So Nolan Ryan on the hill. He's got an A rating. He's a righty. Got that X for the strikeout and the double W's for the walks. Take a look at the chat for a second. All right. Well, we'll see you a little bit later, Sports Time Machine there. Thank you for joining for the little time there. This is a quick game, so it's going to go by pretty fast. Anyway, if you're watching it now or watching it after, welcome to the broadcast. So, all right, so Maury Wills lead it off. He's hitting .250 with 5 runs batted in. And he is going to... I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. There we go. It's going to be a walk. So see if he's going to steal here. He's got a good chance of stealing here. Less than a 23 will be a stolen base. And we have a 22, and that's going to be a stolen base. So welcome, everybody. Not used to looking into the camera or having it on me, but there it is. All right. So next up will be Ted Sizemore with a runner in scoring position now after the stolen base by Wills. Was already threatening to take an early lead, 6-5. And another walk. So Nolan Ryan, like in true Nolan Ryan fashion, has walked the first 2 batters. And he'll probably strike out the next 2. So next up is going to be Willie Davis. He comes in hitting .328 in the season with 10 runs batted in. And he walks the first 3 batters of the game. So Nolan Ryan in early trouble here. This might be a short day for him if he doesn't get the strikeout going. So after he walks the first 3 batters, Willie Crawford up there now. He's hitting .279 with 4 runs batted in. 4-4. That could be trouble for Ryan there. And that is going to be a base hit that will score 2 runs. And no, actually only score 1 run as he flies out. So normally that's a hit, but against Nolan Ryan being an A, it's just a flyout, but it does score a run. So 1-0 Dodgers. So next up, Wes Parker. Wes Parker hitting .250 with 6 runs batted in. And doubles again, 22. This could be trouble. And that is going to be a double. So a 2-run double for Wes Parker. And the Dodgers are on top 3-0 now. So the walks come back to bite Ryan. And All 3 runs, all 3 walks hurt him. 3-0 Dodgers. Still only 1 down, so Bill Buckner up there now, struggling on the season, only hitting 185 with 2 runs batted in, 27 plate appearances. And he will fly out to center, where AG will make the catch for out number 2 as Parker advances to third. So 2 down now for Tom Haller. Tom Haller hitting .343 on the season with a home run, 6 runs batted in. And Haller is going to get a hold of one here. And it's going to be another double. Oh, what happened there? It's a double, which scores another run, but Haller is going to be thrown out trying to go to third. So the Dodgers score 4 off Ryan, and after 1 full, it's 4-0 LA. Just checking on the stream here and everything. Very cool. All right. So welcome all. Happy Labor Day. If you're watching after the recording, hope you had a great Labor Day and everything. All right, so top of the second now, Cleon Jones. The Mets went in order in the first. Cleon Jones hitting .260 on the season with 8 runs batted in. And that's going to be a 5-4, which is going to be a fly out to right. So Crawford will make the catch for out number 1. So next up is going to be Don Clendenin. Don with 2 N's. He comes in hitting just .056 on the season. He's been a struggle so far. Part of the reason why the Mets are where they're at in last place. And it was going to be a ground out to short, where Wills will make the catch and make the play over to Parker for out number 2. So that'll bring up Ron Swoboda. Swoboda hitting .250 with 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. And that's going to be a base hit off Osteen's card. See if he gets the jump here. And he cannot get a jump, so he'll remain at first. All right, so that'll bring up. So the Mets have their first base runner. So to bring up Al Weiss. Al Weiss hitting .214 with an RBI and just 15 plate appearances. And he's going to get a hold of something here. And it's going to be a base hit. But Swoboda is trying to stretch it to third. Is gunned down. So perhaps should have put on the brakes there. But did not. And he is nailed going to third. So after 1.5, it's still 4-0 in LA. Normally I will put the brakes on, but decided the Mets needed to try to get some offense going, so did not do that, and the Mets paid for it. So Nolan Ryan already down to a B rating. See if he can have a better inning. Has already walked 3 batters, and they've all come around the score. Check the chat here. Nope, nobody else. Alrighty. So we just kind of did this impromptu, didn't really schedule it. So, all right. So Robert Kawitz up now. He's hitting .265 with 6 runs batted. 2-1. And that'll be a strikeout. So that'll bring up Osteen. So Ryan gets his first K of the day, I believe. Yeah, his first K. So Claude Osteen up there now, hitting .333, 3 for 9 already on the season. So he's done pretty well. See what he can do here against Ryan. And it's going to be a walk, of course. So Ryan walks his 4th batter. As Osteen reaches, bringing the top of the order, Wills. So Wills walked, stole a base, and came around the score back last inning. So 2-3. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. As 4-6 on the putout as Osteen is retired. See if Wills gets him to steal here. And he will. So Wills seems to be running at will. So 2 down now. They're in scoring position for Sizemore. Sizemore also walked. And Sizemore is going to get a hold of one here. And it's going to be another double for Sizemore. I believe the 3rd double already for the Dodgers. And they take a 5-0 lead. So that brings up Willie Davis, who also walked, came around to score. And another double. And that will score another run. See if Davis gets the jump here. Lots of speed on the Dodgers, and he cannot get the jump. It's 6-0 now. So Ryan having a typical Ryan outing when he's off. So 6-3. It's going to be Willie Crawford. Willie Crawford hit a sacrifice fly his first time up. And this time he'll strike out. But the Dodgers add 2 more, and it's 6-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd. So the Mets continuing to struggle. So the Mets will send up Dyer, Ryan, and Agee. Dyer comes in hitting .286, 2 homers, 5 runs batted in. And he'll ground out to short for out number 1. That brings up Ryan. Ryan's had 1 plate appearance so far. 2-4. And he'll strike out. So 2 down now. And he'll bring up the top of the order AG. He popped out to 3rd his first time up. And he will fly out to center to end the inning. So the Mets go in order in the 3rd, and it remains 6-0 Dodgers. So Wes Parker to lead it off. Wes Parker had a 2-run double his first time up. And it looks like he's going to get on again as the Dodgers continue. No, he's not. So 6-3. Thought it was doubles, but it's not. So he grounds out to short, where Harrelson will make the play for out number 1. That'll bring up Billy Buck. Billy Buck flew out to center his first time up. And he'll fly out to left this time. So 2 up and 2 down in the Dodger 3rd. Brings up Howard, the catcher. He had an RBI double his first time up. And it's going to be a base hit, so Ryan was making a bid to get a 1-2-3 inning. It's not to be. He'll play it safe. So that'll bring up Grabakewicz. Struck out his first time up. And he'll strike out again. So the Dodgers finally do not score. So it remains 6-0 as we head to the 4th. Checking the cam, checking the settings and everything. So, all right, so the Mets will have Harrelson, Foy, and Jones up against Osteen. If they can get something going here in the 4th. So Harrelson grounded out to his counterpart first time up. And he'll draw the walk. I think we're going to try to steal here. It's a 21 for the low number, and it's a 66. So not much of a chance of getting thrown out, so try it out. Push the envelope a little bit. 35, cannot get a jump. And Harrelson reaches. So next up, Joe Foy. Joe Foy flew out to left his first time up. And he will fly out to left for out number 1 as Harrelson holds. So to ramp Cleon Jones flew out to right his first time up. And they're going to to go 5-4 on the put out, so fielder's choice as Jones will reach. So to bring up Don Clendenin, he grounded to short his first time. And he'll reach on an error by the second baseman, Sizemore. So we'll put runners on first and second. So the Mets threatening here in the second. See if they can take advantage of the error by Sizemore. Ron Swoboda with a chance to put the Mets on the board here. He singled his first time up. And he's going to get a hold on here, so this should put the Mets on the board here. As we're going to do a double roll as a 1-1. And a 2-run double will put the Mets on the board by Ron Swoboda. So 6-2 now. We'll put the brakes on him this time. So to bring up Al Weiss. Al Weiss singled his first time up. And he will pop out to short to end the inning. But the Mets get on the board with a 2-run double by Ron Swoboda, and it is 6-2 after 3.5. So Nolan Ryan back on the hill. Claude Osteen will lead it off. He walked his first time up. And this time he'll strike out. So usually that's what you do against Ryan. Either walk or you strike out. Half the time anyway. So 1 down now for top of the order Wills. Wills has 2 stolen bases already after walking and reaching on a fielder's choice. And this time he'll get a base hit. So he's on for the 3rd time. See if he gets a steal. And no, he's going to get gunned down this time. So Dyer catches wind of it this time and is able to get some mustard on the throw and nails him trying to steal his 3rd base. So 2 down now, the base is empty. So momentum shifting a little bit towards the Mets. So bring up Ted Sizemore. See if he can atone for his error. And he'll reach on an error. So I guess that's somewhat of an atonement. An error by the shortstop, Harrelson. So he will play it safe. Actually, he'll try to steal. We'll see. 3-3. No, he cannot get a jump. So to bring up Willie Davis. Willie Davis has reached base twice on a walk and a single. Hasn't scored a run and stolen a base. And knocked in a run. And it's going to be a single. So let's see what happens here. So Sizemore will move to 3rd. So runners at the corners with 2 down. Dodgers trying to get back those runs the Mets scored in the top of the frame. Willie Crawford up there now. Sacrifice fly his first time up. And he will strike out. So Ryan gets him. And the Dodgers cannot score. So remains 6-2 as we head to the 5th. Let's check the chat here. Nope, don't see anybody, but happy Labor Day to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Or if after the fact, hope you had a great day. So Duffy Dyer up there now. Duffy Dyer grounded to short his first time up. Mets still down by 4. And he'll ground out back to the box for Osteen will make the play over to Clendenin for out number 1. And to bring up Ryan, and we're going to have him go 5 innings, so we'll have him bat 1 more time. Probably no more than 5. So Ryan struck out his first time up, and he will reach on a single. So Ryan gets himself a hit, helping his own cause. And and he'll play it safe. We'll put the brakes on him. Don't want any stealing. We're getting thrown out trying to take an extra base. So to bring up top of the order, AG. 0 for 2 so far today. Pitch by Osteen. And that's going to be a fly out to center, where Davis will make the catch for out number 2. So Bud Harrelson, he walked his last time up, 0 for 1. And he'll fly out to center also to end the inning. So the Mets can get no closer, and halfway through, it's 6-2 Dodgers. Ryan back out there for probably his last inning of work. He'll face Parker, Buckner, and Haller. Parker 1 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. And he strikes him out for out number 1. Been better since then. Took him a little bit to find himself. So Billy Buck up there now. He's 0 for 2, flown out twice. And he'll ground out to Harrelson for out number 2. That brings up Haller. Haller 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And he strikes him out. So Ryan probably faced his last batter there. We'll see. Might give him another inning possibly, since he's not due, unless the Mets get something going here and his place comes up in the order. But we'll see. So Joe 4 up there now. He's flown out to left twice. Pitch by Osteen. Osteen now with a D rating, so he is on a short lease now. So he will ground out to third for out number 1. Cleon Jones up there now. Cleon Jones 0 for 2. And he'll get himself his first hit of the day. He will play it safe. So 1 out single. Brings up Clendenin. Clendenin reached on an error, came around the score. Error by Sizemore, so 4-6. And he hits into the 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So after 5.5, it remains 6-2 Dodgers. Ryan back out here. Garbowitz has struck out twice against him. Struck out twice. And not this time, though, as he'll get a base hit. That'll bring up Osteen. Oh, actually, what happened? No, it's a ground out. So my bad. He's a B rating, so that's a ground out. So used with the APA, well, not that I play APA a lot, but the APA being doubles being a good thing, but not so much this time. So Osteen up there now. Osteen is struck out and walked. And he will reach on an error by Dyer. So Dyer throws it away. And Osteen reaches. So it'll be at the top of the order. Wills has reached base 3 times, a couple stolen bases. And he'll walk again. I think that's going to be it for Ryan. So take a look and see who we have in the pen here. Let's take a look here. Let's see. So the real game was a 1-0 game won by the Dodgers. So there were both pitchers pitched complete games. So let's take a look and see who else pitched in the series. We have King Ikibu's rules. Give it a second here. Get a little lag here with Baseball Reference. All right, let's check the chat and see if anybody's joined us. You can find the chat. Oh. Looks like I've lost the chat here. Hold on. All right, so let's check and see who we got here. Oh, Tom Seaver pitched a complete game, so we may not have much to do here with our relief pitchers. Let's see, the day before. So McGraw and Taylor are available. All right, let me go back and see if I can find the broadcast here. Let's see which window it is. Oh, there it is. All right. Hey, we got one person in there. Hey, DC, thank you for joining us. Thanks for that. Yeah, we just got Don Broad Baseball. We might be doing a broadcast of that soon. But pick that up. We get the paid version, $19.95 there. So just something different to play. We like that. Something to add a little variety. Thanks, DC, for joining for I believe you were here on the first live stream we did a couple weeks ago. So thank you for joining us here. I think we got the kinks worked out a little bit. So, all right. So if you joined us late here, we'll give you a little summary here. Nolan Ryan walked the first three batters. And Dodgers scored 4 in the first and scored 2 more in the second. But after that, he pretty much shut him down, got the strikeout working, got his control back. And Mets scored a couple, but Dodgers still in control here. But as you can see, he's in some trouble here. So we're going to bring in a relief pitcher here. So let's see what we can bring in for Ryan. So his day is done. And it was Taylor and McGraw who played. We'll put in... Let's see, we got a couple of lefties coming up after Sizemore. So we'll bring in Tug McGraw. So McGraw to come in to try to put out the fire here and try to keep this a 4-run game. So McGraw comes in with an 0-2 record on the season. He's pitched 11 pitches, 11 innings pitched, allowed 7 hits, struck out 8, walked 3. ERA of 4.09. Batters only hitting 179 against them. So here we go. So we have Sizemore up to the plate. Sizemore 1 for 2 officially. He's walked once, scored a couple of runs, and knocked in a run. Oh, and Sizemore's going to get a hit here. So Sizemore rolls the 11. So Sizemore tones for his errors, which allowed the 2 Mets run the score, and he knocks in 2 there. So Dodgers lead back up to 6 now. McGraw cannot put out the fire. So Willie Davis up there now. Willie Davis has had a perfect 2 for 2 day with a walk and RBI and a run scored. And it'll be a strikeout. So 2 down now. Sizemore still at second. Crawford up there now. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a sacrifice fly. And he draw the walk. So first and second for Wes Parker. He had a 2-run double, I think, in the second inning. Actually, in the first inning, sorry. 5-4. Oh, that's going to be an error. So that's going to load the bases on the error by the second baseman, Weiss. So Weiss, the error will load the bases. So the Dodgers threatening to break it wide open here, even wider than it is, with Billy Buck up there. Billy Buck 0 for 3 on the day. Continues to struggle. But he does not struggle here as the Dodgers add on with a 2-run single by Billy Buckner. So we'll leave McGraw in probably for one more batter, see if he can get out of this. But now a 10-2 lead. Dodgers all over the Mets as the Mets continue to struggle on the season. Only 3 wins so far. show you their record here. So far the Mets are 3-11 after winning the World Series last year. Struggling so far early on, and the Dodgers are doing quite well, 9-5. Ah, okay. You saw Ryan win his last game. Cool. I didn't realize I had Ryan pitching last time. I guess I did. Cool. Well, this was a good matchup. Osteen against, well, on paper it was Osteen against Ryan. So Ryan did not have it today. Started off wild, settled down, but by then the Dodgers had a 6-0 lead by the time he settled down. All right, so Haller up there now. Haller 2 for 3 with a double and a single. 4-5. That's going to be a walk. So that's going to load the bases in it. It's going to be it for McGraw, as he does not have it either. So we're going to bring in Ron Taylor. He pitched in the actual series. So there were 2 complete games in this series by Seaver and by Ryan. In the other game, it was McGraw and Taylor. So we're using the same rules that King Icky Blue uses relievers, as loosely anyway. All right, so Grabakewicz 0 for 3 on the day. See if Taylor can put out the fire finally. Might be too late already. Oh, it's going to be a... so that will be a flyout. Thought that was going to be a hit there for a second. So anyway, so fine. Dodgers tack on 4 more, and it's 10-2 as we head to the 7th. As most of the fans are still here because they're Dodger fans. If they were Met fans, they probably would be here if they were if they were in New York. They probably would have left by now. All right, so Osteen on the hill for the 7th inning here. Now with a comfortable 8-run lead, and he'll face Swoboda, Rice, and Dyer. So Swoboda in there now. And he will ground out back to Osteen for out number 1. So to bring up Al Weiss. Al Weiss 1 for 2 with a single. Mets have only 5 hits on the day. And that will be a pop out. So he pops out the second for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Mets 7th. Brings up Duffy Dyer. He's grounded out twice so far. And he will ground out a 3rd time. So 7th inning stretch time here in LA. Fans excited with an 8-run lead. Osteen to lead it off. Osteen. Oh, give it a second here. Give me a little bit of lag here. Hopefully it won't crash on me. I'm hoping that we don't crash here. This may not be a good thing. So if we crash, I will see you. Unfortunately, had an issue now and then of the crashing, so we'll give it a second here. Hopefully it won't crash on us. Although it looks like it might. Looks like it might crash, so this is not good. Give it a second here. Hopefully we can come back. Please. All right. Yeah, not sure exactly what's going on here. Looks like we crashed. Oh, man.